Alright, this is going to be my X-Power MIT review, or at least initial review. I'll go over the cons first, or the problems that I've had with it, because that's basically the only thing I've had. So I wouldn't suggest the car as of now. But first off, it's marketed as a four-wheel drive car, and you can't run it as a four-wheel drive car. The front belt is just too short. And it causes a bunch of problems. It causes stress on the belts, it bends the chassis, you can't run the front brace, and you can't steer the car. The bell crank doesn't clear. You take that belt off, everything else is fine, but now you only have a rear-wheel drive car with all the weight in the front, or at least biased towards the front. At least that's how mine's set up. Maybe with their electronics it's different. Yeah, so quality control on the car, good. Only problems I've had are these upper A-arms. They're alright. It's not like they're terrible. I've definitely had other cars that are much worse. Besides that, everything's okay, I guess I'd say. It was missing ball studs, so they're shipping me those, so I have my toe in out and steering link set up and shock towers. Tires. 2 offset in the front. I've got 3 offset in the rear. Fortunately, 3 is actually too wide, so I'd stick with 2 if you were to get them. Gears. It's probably something you want to know. Gears. 48 pitch that they sell on their website. You have to sand down the spur gear to get it to fit, but it does fit. And I bought I think it comes in a pack with the pinions. That's the 10-tooth pinion on there. That's the biggest pinion they sell. So if you were, I guess, I think it's undergeared pretty badly. I definitely get probably a higher kV motor. This is the 7500 kV, and this is the Surpass motor. I'd probably go with, like, I don't know, they sell a 10,000, which I'll probably get eventually. Battery setup. From the inside of those 2 blocks that they have, you can take them out, but I just put them in there just to have them in there for now so I don't lose extra parts and stuff. It's 40 millimeters. But you take those blocks out and you can run a little bit longer, like 45 if you had to. And of course, like, I don't know, that little cut that they've made is only 20 wide. But of course you can run past that. You can run a wider battery. And I think it's about 20 millimeters to the top of that brace, or around 15. Probably 20, just about. I can't say anything about the car as driving because I haven't got to driven it yet. But as soon as I do, I will. They've got parts shipped out, and hopefully it should be running by the end of this month. At least that's the plan. Oh, and servo, another electronic part. That's a Savox servo. Unfortunately, I thought it would fit. I ran it in my low Cs, and it's a micro size servo. It's a great servo, metal geared, quick, torquey, but you can't run a micro servo in this car. It has to be nano sized. I mean, you've got a pretty small space you're dealing with underneath there. So yeah, it mounts in right there. I've got the receiver mounted on the servo mount because that's the only place I could really put it. But yeah, as I could say, the car's for the way I have it set up, I wish I could change it, but you can't really. That's kind of what you're stuck with, at least for me. The car is front biased, and it's rear-wheel drive. So traction's not going to be that great. At least that's what I would assume, but we'll find out. Alright.